Looks like we're going to be seeing a semi-mirror composition for both these teams other than the duelist role. Acorn finding some great eliminations to start off the rounds here on the Reina yesterday with those rifles. The Jet on Donkey, though, going to be using the Operator more. It'll be interesting to see how these players play, but Acorn, a really good player, able to take some off angles that we just not expect a Reina player to be at, and being able to dismiss out of those situations.
Good spot to find yourself in. If you are that Reina, you'll have a lot of ability to kind of just roam and be free and get those kills, get those headshots, and it's going to be a fun series. Again, the semifinals are kicking off here and now. Winner of this will meet in the grand finals with the winner of Rise versus Davenport. This bracket is starting to shape up, and it comes down to these semifinals here and now between these two squads. They're both titans within this bracket, the second and third seed respectively. We're into the mix of this right here and now. Map number 1 online.
It's going to be such a good matchup. Taking a look here at the Akron squad. The boys are dialing it in here for the pistol round. Getting their stuff set up. Taking a look on over at the Hawks now as well. These players so good at what they do here. It's going to be a very competitive game to watch here. Akron starting on the defensive side of things, though. It'll be interesting to watch, to say the very least. These players starting on the pistol round here to start off the semifinals round.
The heavy spread, mostly dedicated over towards that B point. A. Smith on the Viper. Be the first line of defense for the Zips. Trying to figure out what's coming in next, and right around the corners, Donkey's going to try and get the kill off, but two players are met. He's able to get one, not the other. S-Rub comes through, though, is able to get the exchange, so early personnel advantage going the way of Akron to start things off, but the Hawks, they've gotten onto the site, at least for the time being. Got to get that plant down. KDS flirted with the idea of doing it, not going to be able to, though, as Acorn has the aim from the long range. Stomp now mid, going down to Farrell, and the last player standing is Frosty.
Wow.
He'll immediately fall as well. That's Akron taking up the first round over Hawks Fan Club, and the pistol round going their way.
What a clean first round there from Akron. Looking strong, looking good here. Able to pick up those eliminations, only losing one player on the pistol round. They were able to trade each other out. You saw them playing together in sets of 2 in almost every scenario. It looked like it was an unwinnable situation for the players here on the side of Hawks. These players now forced up, getting a little bit more of a comfortable buy, and the Hawks are forced to save here.
Again, seeing Acorn on that Vandal early on here. We talked about the Reina and potential of that. The aggression over by mid for the Hawks Fan Club. They're just trying to keep together and utilize those ghosts to the best ability that they possibly can. Not a lot of firepower to work with here. Rion around the corner. Probably heard them coming through, trying to just send some shots in as Farrell on the other side, catching one from the high ground. Looking for more, but does get tapped down just a little bit. Kills coming through the way of Zips. Once again, Akron set up in a good spot here. Acorn with the kill. Plant will go through.
Looking for the last here. Acorn with the shots. The gun power just different. They can't really deal with that with the classics, and Ryan was able to slow them down there mid with the slow orbs. Able to not let those players get the value that they wanted. Really good play there from that player there, especially these players now finding themselves with a little bit of a light buy compared to the other players. However, it'll be interesting to see if Acorn can get value with that Vandal he has.
Saw Hawks, they were able to get that spike down. I think that was their primary message and goal with that round, was just to get the spike bonus. They're able to pocket that little bit of cash, and now we see them fully bought up on the side of Zips, though. You see the Spectres, 3 players still holding on to those. It's potential swing round here if Hawks can capitalize on that.
Looks like the Hawks are going to be opting to go towards the B site, though. The drone coming online now is A. Smith. Forced out of position. They saw him, though, just for a moment. Just for a brief second. Getting some shots on through there. A. Smith still alive in this one, though. Does have those snake bites and decides to use them here. Frosty on critical HP as well. These players going to need to swing yellow to clear out A. Smith before they can hit the B site. Tailwind has been used. And now it's gone. Things slow down here for a moment.
Hawks fan club don't want to commit to anything just yet. They're letting Zips utilize their little bit of utility here. A Smith now starting to get a little bit antsy, maybe a little aggressive here as the shock dart comes through, makes him shiver in his boots just a little bit. See the Reyna mid as well. Could potentially catch the cross if they decide to go A. Looks like the Killjoy is going to call for the A push here. Gotta be very careful of Acorn, and they'll go ahead and smoke him off. Rotation begins.
I think
the information comes through.
Yep, I think the read has been made, though. Acorn got the information he needed. 20 seconds left in the round. These players are forced to flood site, and Acorn just going to meet him there with the Vandal, getting the first elimination of the round now with only 15 seconds left on the clock. Acorn going to need to do more than just that, though. The wall comes on through. Ryan find an elimination here. The Hawks struggling to get the bomb down. 2v5 scenario now. The recon drone could be given more information as well. Acorn with another elimination. Woo! And the Akron with the round there, bringing a 3-0 lead over the Hawks.
And the flawless round out of Akron as well. None of their players dropping again. If you're the Hawks, you just take that round and you say, at least we got the spike down. We get that extra little bit of bonus in terms of credits, but I'm not too sure how far that bonus in terms of credits will necessarily carry them. And on the side of Akron as well, they're picking up the Vandals from Hawks, and they don't even have to buy up necessarily themselves. They don't have to get rid of the Spectres. They can just kind of sit on their credits currently. See, none of them are even spending a dime on this round. Great spot to be in here off those 3 rounds for the Zips.
I don't believe the Zips do like to use the operator. I could be wrong. We may see something come out later on here on the defensive side of things, but for the most part, they like to stick to the rifles. They like to be able to trade off of each other. Akron, one of those teams, so good. So well coordinated. The teamwork is unreal from these guys here. Acorn looking for an elimination now. The Owl drone comes on through, but gets denied. Farrell says no to the drone and Donkey. Donkey going down early in this one. Acorn looking for a second. Finds the dismiss. Stonk Farrell with a 1 dig though. Goes down as well. Acorn looking for the dismiss on through. Gets the information he needs. This player, oh my goodness, Frosty with a 1-tap.
Frosty able to keep himself alive here. The last player standing is going to have to hit a couple more of those run taps, but Ryan calls round. 4 rounds going the way of Akron to start us off here. The Hawks will be able to buy up now.
What a strong first few rounds here from Akron. Really great showing from them so far. The Hawks need to get something going here. They need to start cooking. These players looking like they're going to hit the A site here. Donkey shaking it off a little bit.
Acorn already off to a hot start, as you said, 8-1 on the first 4 rounds. And you talked a lot about how that Reyna has a lot of versatility on a map like Icebox. You love to see the pick is being used to picture perfect perfection there off the side of Akron. And now the A hit is on. Donkey trying to establish on the side of Hawks. Rotation coming through as well in kind for Zips. They have 3 players already on the point. Line does come through, and the kills are going to come through in kind, but this time it's going to be the way of Hawks. First 2 kills. Ryan's able to equalize with the exchange. The plant will go down.
Nice wall being committed here for the plant. KDS going to be able to plant the bomb there. Farrell backside with the Owl drone. Does have that recon dart. These players, though, looking for it. Forced off the angle they wanted to hold. Potentially the shock dart coming on through. Trying to find that chip damage. Trying to find that information. Now KDS. Find an elimination onto Ryan. Hiding behind Dice, though. A Smith going to be able to trade that one out. Stonk Bear says goodbye. These players now in a 2v2 situation, but Zips are both on critical HP here. Do they know this Jet's backside? I don't think they've cleared it. Don't know the information, and Donkey finds 2. Putting Hawks on the board.
They pack him up, put him in a present, and send him off to Santa's workshop. Fantastic showing there for the first round, going the way of Hawks fan club. They've now etched themselves into that scoreboard there. Now the Zips. They still have a lot to work with here. They still have a lot of credits in their back pocket. Not necessarily a momentum shifter just yet, but you're starting to feel like you have a little bit more room to breathe if you're Hawks. You also have 3 ultimates to work with to Zips none.
It'll be interesting to see if Stonk Bear can get that lockdown orb or an elimination to get that online, but Acorn, the pressure will not stop here. Playing an aggressive angle here. If He can catch one of these players lacking. He can just dismiss on out of things. The Aldrone comes on through, though, to give the information. They know that this player could be close. They force him back up for now, but Acorn, still one of those aggressive players. He will not be afraid to take these gunfights here.
Hawks having to back up just a touch here. The aggression out of the Akron players palpable here, and you see the rotation already preparing for the mid push, as well as the B hold. Only 3 players on A, so they haven't fully committed to this just yet. The ultimate does come through on the side of Hawks and opens things up just a little bit for them to push onto that site. They'll do exactly that. One Vast will get the plant to go down. Acorn now in a tough spot. Does lose quite a bit of health there.
It's all good. He has the Sage to heal him on up for the moment. The Recon Dart being committed, as well as the Viper's Pit for the Hawks. The Hawks looking to secure this round, but it's still a 5v5 situation. No players have gone down yet in this round yet. The Leer coming out from Acorn, though. Acorn looking to get something going here. Finds the one tap, dismissed. Over the top 410 now, down to the Viper's Pit. And he'll meet his demise as S-Rob finds more eliminations here on the backside, scaling now. Donkey finding 2, though. 1v2 situation now. A-Smith looking for another one inside his Viper's Pit here. No, make that the other Viper's Pit. Finds the headshot, though. What a clutch from A-Smith.
Oh, he has to get the defuse. I think he does have just enough time. It will come through in the nick of time. 1 second left on the board. The 1v2 clutch, which included a 1v1 against the enemy Viper. A-Smith gives the boys the round. Akron up now by 4. We enter round number 7.
Wow, A-Smith just being able to adapt in the Viper's Pit. What an absolute crazy round from him, finding the headshots he desperately needed. If he gets shot in the body there, he'll go down in that situation, but he's just too quick, too swift. His reaction time is just there to hit those shots. These players now forced to save for the most part. The Hawks with the Blade Storm online now. Donkey looking to get something going here. Tailwind has been committed. The Aldrone tag will deny any pressure from him, though.
Donkey has the utility popped, has the ultimate ready to go, just has to spot out these players and hit his shots. Look to do exactly that as he takes point for his squad, and now the pressure is being felt here. Acorn able to get the first kill off on one Vast. Best Rub able to come through as well off camera with that second. Now Hawks fan club, the push is not gone through just yet. Donkey not able to get a single bit of value out of that ultimate as he committed it, and Acorn is able to catch him off guard. Down to this. Stonk Bear comes through with the first, but he has to put the second on as well. Now he's going to need 3 more one-taps. Pharaoh finally comes in from above. It was a valiant effort, but the effort is just too short as Akron take their 5th round.
Great few shots coming in there from Stonk Bear with that Sheriff. The Sheriff, one of those guns that can actually get value if you're able to hit that headshot. The timeout forced. As you hear Akron celebrating the fact that Hawks called a timeout. The mental game definitely kicking in here, taking place. These players reevaluating what they can do here on Icebox. How can they crack this team? How can they crack the code? The Reyna player, one of the main issues they're thinking about right now. How do we deal with this? How do we deal with the aggressive angles he's taking? What do we want to do here?
Got to figure out what they're going to do about Acorn. He's been wreaking havoc on this squad, and also have to figure out what they're going to do about A-Smith. He's been really setting the tone for the Akron boys, and they're just one after another. The rounds just not going their way. Whereas if you're Akron in this moment, again, you're winning that mental game. You can start to feel it here and now. Grand finals on the line here, and you've set yourself up early on in these first 7 rounds in a fantastic way. Round number 8 online, ready to go. We start to see a buy up on the side of Hawks fan club, committing a lot of credits towards this round here. If they lose this round, they're going to be in a pit.
Pretty standard stuff here from the Hawks. Going to be throwing the Viper pit, the Viper smoke down mid there, denying any information. Potentially making a play towards kitchen here. Looks like they're going to be doing a B split. We saw them do it a little bit yesterday where they send 2 players down mid and 3 towards B. Vasp clearing things out with the Aldrone now here. The Shock Dart committed to break some utility off there. Hunter's Fury is online for both sides here. The players reevaluating. thinking about what they might want to do here. The Owl Drone giving a little bit of information, and Frosty gonna go down.
And again, you just have to figure out what you're going to do about Acorn if you are the Hawks fan club. It's just very tough for them early on here, and especially with Akron pocketing 4 ultimates, it's going to be a tough task to follow, but that's one of the problems gone. Stonkbear is able to take down Acorn, and now the Sova ultimate comes through trying to clear out the site. It'll do exactly that as Ryan has to back off for the time being. Reconvene mid with S-Rub. Now the mid control going the way of Akron. Stonkbear once again wreaking havoc in mid. Ryan is able to finally take him out of the equation. Brings Acorn back in as well. And now Farrell has something to say with his own ultimate coming through. Catches one. Plant is temporarily put a stop to, but Donkey finally able to get it down. Now a 2v4 looming for these guys.
Just as you think you've dealt with the problem, Acorn down and out of this one, but Ryan able to bring him back online here. Donkey in a 1v4 situation, and Acorn, he's still here. He gets revived. The round's not over. Get back up on your feet, Acorn. Continue to wreak havoc upon the Hawks here. Acorn hitting the shot to close out that round on behalf of Ryan's revive there. Love to see that from the Hawks, being able to get that resurrection in play. Great valiant effort from Stonkbear down mid, though, getting a few eliminations before the resurrection came on through. But Akron going to be able to capitalize on that resurrection and win that round, bringing them to a 7-1 lead over the Hawks.
Utilizing 2 of their ultimates there, still have 3 ultimates to work with, one of which being the enemy Killjoy, so they can practically shut down an entire site if they so choose. Ezrub just has to make the right site, right decision, and they have to set that up perfectly. But nonetheless, they also have the Viper Pit. So many controlling ultimates in their back pocket here for Zips. It's like an A push early on here, also trying to potentially flirt with the B side of things, just trying to figure out which grass is greener, I guess which ice is less slippery here, and it looks like it's a slippery slope over by that B point. With that Viper dedicating a lot of utility.
Look at the aggression from Akron though down mid. I don't think they'll expect this.
The A site's wide open. The A site is wide open.
The spike,
They've left the A site completely open.
Spike though towards the B site, and Ryan has an angle here on the Sova potentially in a moment. Wow, the timing is unreal. Sova able to cross on across Ryan. Will he see this crossfire here? The spike in the hands of Vasps. Wow.
No.
They're able to slip on through. Acorn going to be re-exploring the A site here, but the tap of the spike will give all the information he needs. It's going to be a 4v5 retake situation here, and both the Killjoy lockdowns are online. S-Rub had a feeling Frosty may have been lurking, and he was correct. Found that elimination. The lockdown committed to this round, trying to buy some time, the precious seconds that Akron needs to win this one.
Now the Hawks fan club, they've got to lock it down. No players detained from that ultimate. The ultimate's not very useful. It does buy them a little bit of time to set up for this point. Farrell coming in from the high ground. Does spot Donkey, not able to get the kill off on him. S-Rub has the information communicated, but Farrell's able to come through with the kill. They've got to get somebody on this bomb here, and now the defuse coming through, but KDS with 1-2, and he gets the round for the squad. The third kill as well in his back pocket, and the Hawks are back in the mix of it with their second round on the board.
KDS was mazed there, did not clear him on out, as I believe that was S-Rub on top of 410, did not see him there. Was able to deny the defuse there, and then as well as clean up these players. What a huge round for the Hawks.
A pivotal round for them as well, as being down 8-1. That would have been just absolutely devastating. It's a tough hill to claw yourself out of to begin with, but now starting to feel a little bit more manageable.
Donkey here, making his way up tube. The turret, though, will meet him in kitchen to give the information that there is a player here. Dealing with that one quickly, though. Acorn, with these aggressive angles we've talked about, the timing could be everything here, and Stonkbear is going to be finding him out. Stonkbear, though, maybe getting too aggressive. Not going to be able to clear out Ryan. Ryan going to be able to pick up that elimination. Donkey with the updraft. They're clearing him on out. The Owl Drone. He'll be good for one before he goes down, though. 3v3 situation now. The Viper's Pit not going to be online here for the Hawks, but the Zips may be able to use it if these players do decide to play post-plant.
A round of back and forth like Muhammad Ali and in the ring. Both of these squads, heavyweight fighters here, getting the exchanges. A-Smith with 1-2, finally breaking up the monotony of the back and forth action. Now just comes down to Donkey, who has to hold this thing down here and now. Spots both of the players out, just has to make sure that they don't get the defuse. Peeks around the corner. Astro does get the little bit of defuse off, and he will get the round as well. Akron right back into the mix of it. They pick up a round off of the retake.
What a phenomenal round there from Akron. The retake was huge. The Viper player, A-Smith, getting the eliminations he needed for that round. The lurk came on through, and it was perfect. The lockdown, denying the space for these players to play on site, and that was all they needed to secure that one.
Right here.
These players now with an 8-2 lead over the Hawks. The Hawks forced to save once again here.
2 ultimates online for the Hawks, one of which being that Jet ult. You heard that get popped and ready to go. The other ult being the Sage ult can bring back one of the players. A spot like this, you have to be very careful with how you utilize that Sage ult. The Jet ult, though, going to be absolutely huge for them. As Stonkbear has been an absolute maniac on that Sheriff. And this is a huge, huge Sova utility coming through, able to utilize that Sova drone to perfection. Catches all 5 players. Now has so much information to work with here for Akron in their retake.
Lots of chip damage coming on through with that shock dart. If the Hawks are able to convert this Thrifty, it would be a miracle. The wall comes on through, though. KDS finding the elimination trade on the spikes being sticked, though, as it momentarily stops for the moment. Acorn with the Empress online, getting one tap. Wow, the Thrifty coming on through from the Hawks.
Oh, and you can see the excitement out of them. They're starting to feel it just a little bit. They're not out of it just yet. It's not over until it is over. And that's probably the exact words that are being communicated here and now with the Thrifty in their back pocket. On the Akron side of things, that's a little bit devastating if you're them. Those are the rounds that you need to win because they're the easiest ones to win. Now in a spot where they have to eco just a little bit with that shotgun in hand for Acorn.
I love what Acorn's going to do here with this Judge. It looks like he's going to be playing towards B with an aggressive angle. With the Judge, you kind of have to play a little bit more aggressive. Unfortunately, not going to be able to suit that with the Shorty. The bullet spread just not connecting there. However, Pharaoh connects with the Owl Drone. Did he collat with the Owl Drone?
Now the aggression here. Frosty sending in the Viper ultimate. The Viper Pit is online, gives his boys a little bit more room to work with. It does not stretch to where the spike is, though. So it's not going to be fully useful, and he gets taken out of the equation as well. So checkerboarded kill feed, and it goes the way of Zips. Hawks in a
2 resurrections
2v3.
online.
Turns into a 2v5. 2v4, excuse me. Numbers are very hard, but KDS gonna make it a little harder. The Zips take the round once again.
Zips with a 9-3 lead here on Icebox. What a strong showing here from them on the defensive side of the map. There's a reason they like Icebox.
That reason is starting to be shown time and time again. It was, again, the Hawks' pick. You talked about it, though. They're starting to feel confident on this map, and it's starting to show in a massive way.
How will the Hawks find their way back into this one? Now on the defensive side of things, they have to get these rounds here to get their economy going. Akron, though, looking fairly flawless here so far in the series. For the 9-3 lead in the half, looking to secure the pistol round here. That'd be huge for them. It'll be interesting to see the strategies that come into play here. S-Rob looking to take a fight on Frosty, looking for that head out of place. Not able to find it quite yet. Frosty still jiggling.
Immediate aggression here.
Uh-oh.
And the aggression coming from mid. It's able to put them back into their spot just a touch here. A little bit of chip damage going either which way. The Sage on Hawk's side low. A-Smith as well. A little low, but that's not a problem for his Sage as he's able to get him back up and rearing, ready to go. Now the
Sage
reconsideration here.
The Sage nerf coming into play here, though. Hawk's not able to heal on up their Sage without only healing 30% to herself, so technically, a little bit of an advantage here for the Zips, health-wise. However, the drone comes on through, the wall goes up, and the Akron is flooding the A site here. Trying to get the plant down now. Should be a tricky one for the Hawks to get back into here on the pistol round. The Owl drone coming out a little bit early, though. Looking for any information they could possibly find. The recon dart coming on in as well. Do they know where Acorn is, though?
They do not. Acorn comes through. Able to get the first kill. S-Rub with 1-2 as well. And now the Zips, they're in a really, really good spot here. Frosty on the site, trying to just make something out of nothing here. KDS in an unwinnable situation, and the flawless to start things off for Akron on the pistol round. And man, if you are Hawks, you can almost kiss this map goodbye.
Akron with a strong showing here on the pistol round. We're able to get the plant down as well as the eliminations. They needed to win that one. You're going to be forcing on up here on both sides of things, potentially. Hawks may need to just force to try to get something going here. Try to get a round on the board.
Revealing area.
Both squads
Akron now
forcing up.
scaling the A site here. They know they have the gun advantage. KDS looking to wall off Maze potentially here, or wall up Donkey actually. Donkey looking for an off angle there with that Marshall.
Very interesting play out of Donkey here, just trying to catch some heads, and off cam there is Frosty able to utilize the shotgun to perfection there. Picks up a Sheriff, and he has been deadly on that Sheriff in the past. Gotta watch out for him, and personnel disadvantage now going the way of Zips.
Shock dart
Donkey
comes through from Farrell though, as well as the recon dart, trying to get any information they could possibly find. Stonk Bear with a classic back sight. The recon dart comes through, and it looks like the call was made to rotate towards the B site.
Oh, and
The B site's going to be the free site, ladies and gentlemen, as the Akron Zips make their way on over. The rotation has been called from the Hawks, unfortunately, and that's just going to be a free bomb plant here for Akron.
Hawks, they don't expect it whatsoever at all. Acorn, Vandal in hand, be trying to establish for this site. The utility goes down. Ryan trying to come through with the plant. Someone trying to hit something, make something out of nothing here. The spike does go down. Hawks have to retake here, and now Frosty just trying to connect with this newly gained Sheriff. It's not connected thus far.
Scaling the site now, get a little bit of information off that Viper. The Viper wall, the recon dart, scaling the site. Akron players denying, though, the trade come on through. Farrell good for two now, makes it a 1v1 situation. Can Ryan close this out? Excuse me, KDS here. Has to stick half here. The half comes on through, he knows the swing, and KDS finds the round there for the Hawks. That's the round they needed. The Thrifty coming on through here for the Hawks. Could this be what they need to get going in this match?
It's a good start for them, as down by 6. Now they have that little bit of momentum around that realistically the Akron should have won, and they don't commit fully to the round, and well, they are surely feeling the ramifications of that now on the Sheriffs. A lone Vandal in the hand of Esrub, and on the side of Hawks, they're sitting pretty with those Vandals, with those Phantoms. Got a Bulldog in the hand of Vast. Good spot to be in if you're the Hawks.
I would not count Akron out of this round, though. They have a lot of players who are skilled, and with the shots that they can hit, they are very mechanical. These players now knows there's a lot of players towards mid. Vasp trying not to overheat here, looking for the shock dart to get a little bit of chip damage in there. Frosty with that Vandal, holding down mid here. If Akron decides to push on under, we'll have to deal with him.
Heavy mid presence here. They've practically gained full control of it. Farrell, right around the corner is Frosty. Has to hit the one tap. And the trigger discipline had his back to him. KDS able to get the exchange. Makes it a 4v4 situation. Not able to get the Vandal. That's off the back of Frosty. Not fully able to capitalize on that. And now it's a push onto that B site, which is cleared out. The mid control now goes the way of Hawks, but That's not of the essence just yet as Ryan gets that plant down, and A. Smith playing very aggressive, waiting around the corner for Vasp. Has that bulldog in hand, might be looking in the wrong direction, is looking in the wrong direction, but the sheriff shots are not going to land. They will land in the back though. Vasp able to put an end to A. Smith, not going to be able to get the double there. So back and forth, the checkerboard kill feed is there. Esrub with the one Vandal for his squad, does put in the work, put in the hours, takes what's his in the end. Hawks only have one player standing, is Stonk Bear, and he won't be able to make any magic. Thrifty to Thrifty are the last 2 rounds.
Wow, both these teams showing what they can do with not the gun power that they would want to have here. The Deagles coming into play. I told you at the beginning of that round, we cannot count them out, especially when you have players like Acorn and S-Rob on your team who are able to pick up those critical eliminations mid-round. The Deagle shots just being enough. A. Smith as well with the elimination back sight there. All around from Akron. Great plays coming on through, and Ryan with the slow orb to slow things down here on A site as they try to take an aggressive angle here. The Owl drone comes on out, and KDS shoots it on out, scanned on up here. Could be walling off Maze here potentially in a moment.
You gotta watch out as well in the back lines. Akron, they have a player over towards that B site, could very well wreak some havoc on the defensive load of things. Acorn trying to push in, find a little bit of information. Farrell has the high ground, and he'll do exactly that. Acorn now trying to get the exchange as well. Take down Stonkbear, who's just jiggle peeking back and forth, back and forth. Farrell with another off cam. And now the rotation comes through. S-Rub trying to get some value out of that. Frosty in between a rock and a hard place. Last player standing is Vasp. He only has 1 health to his name, and Farrell will gladly take that 3-piece.
What a strong showing here from Akron so far, 12-4. It just doesn't look like you can stop these guys here on Icebox.
Really doesn't, and now match point online for them. The Hawks, they're going to need a miraculous comeback here. Obviously, you still do have 2 maps to look forward to. Those would be Haven and Lotus coming up next, but if you're the Hawks, you obviously do not want to have to go to that map number 3. If you're Akron, you're sitting pretty. Acorn 20 kills on the round. None of the Hawks players have even broken in to that 10 kill barrier. And then Acorn continuing to put in the work. Gets a kill off on Frosty to set things up for this push.
Make that 21 here as Akron scaling the site now. Acorn finding 22. Donkey has something to say about it though, but it might just be too far gone here for the Hawks. Stonkbear now in a 1v3 situation. Can he make things happen? As if things weren't already bad enough. Make that a 1v4 as Ryan brings Acorn back into this one. And Acorn's gonna say goodbye. That's gonna be Icebox going to the hands of Akron. Acorn showing what all he can do on Reyna on Icebox. What a great first map for Akron there, as the Hawks are gonna have to reevaluate for the next one.
23 kills, 3 of those kills being in that last round, and you can see the difference in the players. You see a little bit more demoralized maybe on the Hawks fan club side of things, whereas Akron, they're rolling, they're steaming through this, and now we move into that Haven pick, and it's Akron's pick. It's their chance to make things happen here, and of course they'll look to do exactly that as they defeat again the Hawks, only able to put up 4 rounds on that map. Again, it was their pick, but you talked about it. Akron was very comfortable with that first pick being Icebox.
Could not agree with you more there, but Haven, once again, one of those maps that can go either way, so that's going to be an interesting one to watch here. However, we're going to go to a little break. We'll be right back with you guys here in a moment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with the action.
Semifinals are starting to heat up here between Akron Esports and the Hawks fan club. Akron just took map number 1, Icebox, in dominant fashion. I believe it was 13-4, 13-5. So the Hawks fan club, they're not out of it just yet. Again, it is a best of 3 series, but they've got to start clawing their way back into this thing. And unfortunately for them as well, the next pick up is going to be Akron's. It is Haven coming up next for the semifinals between Akron Esports and the Hawks fan club. And partner, this has been such a great series thus far.
Could not agree with you more there on the series. Haven, one of those maps that could go either way, though. It's a great offensive map, but if you can get things going for the defense here, it could be huge as well. Haven kind of be jumping on into the picks. We're going to be seeing the Astra coming online here for Akron, as well as the Breach. Be interesting to see what that fifth role going to be. It's going to be the Sova from Akron. Akron not playing around here with their locks. The other team hovering these initiators.
On the side of Akron as well, Acorn switching off of the Reyna back onto a Jet. And, well, partner, for the most part, outside of the Astra pick and the Omen pick, it looks like a mostly mirrored composition here.
Right, right. Acorn was able to play Reyna on Icebox due to the fact that Reyna can get so much value with her dismiss on that map. The boys chilling right now, trying to mentally dial it in for this match. Getting a good stretch for their match here, the boys from the Hawks fan club here. These guys taking a look at Akron now. These guys waiting for the team composition lock to come on in. Fist bumps going all around. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going here on Haven.
Keeping the momentum, keeping those high spirits. Their coach has been pivotal in terms of that. You see him constantly wandering behind, going for fist bumps every other round. And, you know, you got to have that great energy backing you. If you're a team like Akron, you got to have that ability to kind of center yourself. And they've been fantastic thus far. Hawks, of course, though, trying to get back into the mix of this. It's not over until it is over. If we do see them pick up this round, then we would go into Lotus. That would be the Hawks pick as well. Again, of course, it is single elimination, so loser of this will potentially go home if it is the Hawks. A lot riding on this map right here and right now.
Before we get into the action here, though, if those of y'all at home who are interested in the Rise Knights game, it's a very close first game from what we saw. The game is still underway for them, but it's a very close first one for them in the semifinals here. Hopping back in, though, with Akron and the Hawks. Akron with a 1-0 lead over the Hawks here. If they can secure Haven, they will make their way into the grand finals here. Hawks, they're going to need to win back-to-back maps here. If they happen to win Haven, the decider map will be Lotus here.
It'll be a decider map again, favoring the Hawks. The interesting thing about that first map, though, on the Hawks pick, that being Icebox, was the fact that Akron, again, it would have been one of their picks if they could have made it. So things have been shaking up very favorably for them. And now on the attacker side of things, looking to set the momentum early on here. You see Frosty trying to catch a little bit of Jiggle Peaks over by C, which is where most of the presence is thus far on the side of Akron to start things off as well. A little bit of mid presence. That would be Vasp meeting them in the garage if they do try and take it C.
Pretty standard defense here for the defense. These players stacking up towards garage now, potentially. Looking to maybe using Owl Drone. Owl Drone's come out on both sides, though. Scans are going to come on through. A little bit of information, given the shock darts coming on through as well. Vasp trying to throw some... Sorry, trying to slow some stuff down here. The dash comes on through, though, and it's just going to be too much for Vasp to handle. Too many angles to hold. What a play there from Akron as they scale onto the C site now. Down to Frosty, back site here, trying to get some spray on through Acorn. Finding another one, though. The right click. Acorn says no, though. Wow.
How is he still alive? The man took about like 5 bullets straight to the cranium. Still kicking, still rearing with that frenzy in hand, but does have 22 health left. Has to play very carefully with that Stonk Bear trying to play in from the garage, but does he expect the player lurking around the corner? That is a huge question as A-Smith has set up in such a big way. Has to hit the flick. This time he's not Hiko, and Ryan will close things out. Donkey closing things out with the round, and there you go. Akron picking up right where they left off, and we talked about it. It's the coach keeping the morale high, the fist bumps swinging through back and forth, and morale seems to be pretty high for these Akron guys.
The morale is high. The gameplay is good. Akron with the first pistol round under their belt here on Haven. These players now forcing up. Hawks going to be saving here. Pretty standard stuff here. Donkey with a Sheriff on the side of the Hawks. It's going to be the only weaponry they have other than classics. Vasps in garage here. We've seen him there before. These players now pushing up mid with the classics, though, going for a play.
Oh, the aggression, and it's met with the immediate stinger of Esrub, and Acorn with the with the Bulldog as well. That could not have gone worse. Last player standing is KDS. He does manage to get one, but Esrub will close out the round with a third kill. Again, you see those fist bumps. Akron is starting to feel themselves here, and it has been all their way thus far early on.
If you're one of the members of Hawks fan club right now, you're going to need to mentally dial it in for this one. It's not going to be easy. Akron's one of those teams that will consistently win these rounds. You need to be able to win your gunfights in every situation. These players, such a good roster, such a good amount of consistency between these players here. Esrub and Ryan here, looking to make a play towards the C site while the other players are scaling A site. Donkey on the off angle here. The recon drone coming into play here. Akron going to be clearing him out, though, and Donkey going to be able to find that elimination. 10 HP left. Donkey's name. The updraft to top box here on the off angle, as Donkey has 10 HP now. Akron down early in this one, but Jet with 1 HP to his name, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get any more value with his life. These players now reevaluating towards the garage. Did Donkey see him?
Not exactly too sure, and Farrell, you've got to be very careful of this high ground. It looks like he's going to play for it, but Donkey is so far towards the left side of that box that maybe he's not expecting a potential Sova drone could go through and catch the information, but no, he's not going to go ahead and do it. Oh no, he will. He will catch the information, but Donkey nonetheless will still get the value out of that playing position. Does finally go down, 2 kills to equal it out. Going the way of the Zips as they move on to the site now. Ryan coming through with the plant. KDS trying to reestablish outside this door here and catch someone off guard with this breach utility. Stonkbear taking charge, trying to push on to the point, get some shots down, but the utility is starting to become very tough. And Farrell lines him up and brings him down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give him that 4-piece McNugget.
Wow. Farrell with an absolutely outstanding round there from Akron. Was able to pick up that elimination onto Donkey as he re-peeked down short, picking up his rifle and doing the damage he needed to pick Akron up that round. What a nice spray transfer of them there from Farrell.
Cannot ask for more out of him. A 4-piece for that round. 5 on the board now. And the Zips are starting to catch fire once again. It feels like they just have completely carried over every little bit of that momentum from that icebox match. And now Frosty getting very aggressive. Not going to be working in his favor as Acorn comes through with 2. Stonkbear now the last line of defense for the C point, and he's able to get the kill. 1 tap, not going to be able to get the other as A Smith equals him out there. Now the site wide open. The rotation does come through though. Donkey trying to take charge and make his way onto the site with KDS. It's a tough, tall task ahead, but they're gonna get the kills.
KDS turns to flash, looking for the shot now, finds one. Can he find the third? Not able to clutch that one up. That was getting risky there for a moment. However, KDS, some great shots, though they did lose the round. Some great deagle shots coming on through there from him. I would have loved to hear the explosion of noise from their side if he would have clipped that shot, but unfortunately not going to be able to find that one. And that's going to further the lead for Akron here.
Akron now to a 4-point lead. Hawks still yet to really put anything on the board just yet. Now they have their buys up and ready to go. They've got to make something happen here and now. Otherwise, things are going to become very unmanageable for them. Vasp just drowning in the utility from the side of Zips.
Owl drone committed here. They're going to be able to get that information on that jet down long. Donkey with the operator. Trying to make something work here for the Hawks. Smoke to A long was called for, and it's going to be smoking off that angle. The clear out, though, for the right-hand side. Acorn, he's up and over to the top, but Vasp says no. Goodbye. Vasp good for 3 here. Looking for the 4th. Farrell, though, on the other side of things, picking up 2 here. Knows there was another player potentially back site. This player now with the recon dart, good for 2 in this round. Farrell has been doing it all so far here on Haven. The slow peek, though, from KDS. Will he be expecting it? Down to 10 HP. The headshot from the Phantom going to be doing the damage here. KDS scanned on up. the first round here for the Hawks.
Now the Hawks starting to come alive once again. They have that round in their back pocket to work with here and have reestablished themselves, gotten a little bit more economic backing as well off of that. 4 of their players still alive at the end of that round, so a fantastic showing from them to get their way back into this, now down by just 3. On the side of the Zips, they still have some economics to work with, but it's going to be tough to get Acorn a gun. The way things that are strapped currently, Farrell does have 3,000 credits, could very well give him a gun, but Acorn as well still has that ultimate in hand, could opt to just use that and eco the rest of the way this round. I believe that's exactly what he'll do as he pops that ult and starts sending it down that C long.
These players now, with a round under their belt, need to try to secure this one as well, but Akron not going to be letting their foot off the gas pedal here. A. Smith with Acorn here with the Blade Storm, looking to potentially go onto the B site. A. Smith slowly but surely making his way on up here. The Killjoy Util going to be given the information though. Hawks now with the cross angle on the B site. These players are going to opt to back off here just for the moment. Akron does have that breach all online, the Rolling Thunder. The fault line comes on through. Donkey not going to be able to hit the op shot due to the fact of the fault line. Akron pushing on in. Finds the elimination there as Acorn's now pushing back onto site, trying to clear things out here. The clear out comes on through. What is that clear out? I don't know if that was a misclick or...
I don't think that that was what he was expecting, but Acorn has the opportunity to push off of that and spots 2 of those players in by that door. They give up that high ground, Hawks do, and turning to it is their Sova. Acorn, first line of defense here as that bomb goes down for the Zips.
Esrub with the Rolling Thunder, though, just waiting for them to commit. The commit has been called, and the Rolling Thunder comes on through. Acorn looking to get value off of that. The dash has been popped here. Teo Wen gonna be able to get himself out of this tricky situation. Oh. He's good for 2. Looking for 3 with the spray click. Misses it, though. KDS good for 2, but A. Smith cleaning that one up there for Akron. Wow. Acorn going for the Twitter clip there. I'm going to find the right click, but KDS goes down. Akron finding themselves the round.
Right back into it again. They lose 1 round, but they're able to bounce right back, and now the Hawks once again down by that previously aforementioned deficit. Just trying to figure out something that will work here. It's been tough goings for them throughout this series thus far, and they've had their moments. It's just a matter of fully capitalizing, bringing those moments home. They've had such good individual plays. They just kind of managed to chain them together, and now Donkey, same thing, different font, Jet ult popped. Trying to make something out of this here in the mid presence off the side of the Zips.
They're expecting him there, though. He's jump peeking to clear this angle. They know something could be up here. Oh, he does not expect him. The timing could be everything. Finds the headshot here, looking for a second with the Blade Storm. Blade Storm going to be whiffing a few shots there. Can he find the headshot? No. Esrub not finding the elimination quite yet, though. The jump on through, and Esrub cleaning up Donkey. So the trade comes on through. That was scary there for a second. A. Smith finding that elimination, though. Frosty trading him on out. 3v3 situation now.
Now trying to make a push on towards that C site from the middle control that they've already garnered themselves, and looks like they could very well take it B as well. Stonk Bear would be the line of defense expected for that. Holding down in the garage, KDS trying to just get that little bit of information. We've come to a little bit of a stall here. 38 seconds left to work with. They know that they are located in this garage, and they have all the corners locked down for a potential crossfire here. Off screen, Esrub trying to push in from middle. Right around the corner, waits him, Stonk Bear, and he expects it, reads it through and through. It's like a high school textbook in here as the spike will go down for Esrub and company. The Zips set themselves up in a great spot. Now Acorn's turn, coming around the corner, and Esrub closes the round out with the 3rd. And the Akron Zips cannot be stopped.
Esrub with such a great opening pick there on the B site. You saw the jiggle 1 tap there. What an outstanding play from him. The opening was there, and Acorn able to capitalize off of that one. Knows these players aren't going to be looking his way outside garage, and the eliminations come through. Great round from Akron there. Once again, the Rolling Thunder now online for the Hawks here, as well as the lockdown for both teams.
The interesting stat line to take a look at is the fact that the Hawks, they are all negative, whereas Zips, only one of their players is negative in terms of the kill feed. It's been a pure dominant showing out from Akron in terms of the kill feed. A lot of red on green action we've seen thus far, and now just trying to play the slow game here, allow the Hawks to walk into their hands, and the aggression there unwarranted in every way, manner possible.
Acorn here. Looking to get value down A long. The fault line comes on through though, stuns mount up for the moment. Tailwind popped here from Acorn. Acorn peeking long now, looking to clear things on out. Will he expect Vasp though in the corner? The fault line comes through. The stun, the elimination. KDS as well. Finding one. Frosty in garage, picking up an elimination as well. And just as things were looking bad, it could be going in the way of Hawks here.
Ryan trying to push on the site with his squad mate, trying to get the opening there, and just as we say that, they are able to get the kills. Esrub chains two together, and Ryan with the third, opening things up. Now it just comes down to this. Frosty, last player standing, a 1v2 situation. Player personnel advantage was initially their way. A 4v2 turns into a 1v2, and Esrub has that angle absolutely perfect here, and now just has to hit his shots. He'll do exactly that. And Esrub, coming off of a 3K, gets a 4K on the round. This man is putting the team on his back.
Was a 2v4 situation for the Hawks. I hit him with the caster curse, unfortunately. And they're going to be going down in that round. Quite an unfortunate situation for them now. I can hear the Akron boys yelling, which means there must have been a timeout called, and that is just the case here. 7-1 lead for the Zips. The Hawks struggling to find an answer here.
And it's all about that mental game at this point. It's just a matter, if you're the Hawks, of staying in this and trying to rally back. This is a team that is capable of such great things. Again, coming off of that 2-0. Beat CSU to get their way into the semifinals. They deserve to be here. They just need to reestablish themselves and start putting pen to paper, fight back. It's just a very tough and daunting task to fight back against a team like Akron. Absolute titan in this mix of things. They have been through and through one of the best teams at this event, and just continuing to show that they are purely dominant as they try and make their way into that grand finals.
Yeah.
Breach agreeing with you there.
Yeah.
The mental game, such an important factor of this esport. As a player myself, I've been exactly in the same spot Hawks have been. Down 1-7, situation like this. It's just so hard to mentally get back into the game. Akron, though, will not stop things from going their way so far. 7-1 here, as the Zips seem to try to be pushing towards the A site here. Lockdowns on both sides, as well as rolling thunders from both sides. We may see the Cosmic Divide committed from the Zips this round.
You should run.
We've got to make use of that at some point. Instead, no, it's going to be the attacker Killjoy coming through, trying to chain a couple of the players together, catch them off guard, and detain them. Looks like Hawks will be able to get out of that for the time being, but that completely clears out the site for them. They're able to deal with the Killjoy turret as well. Ryan will be able to get the plant down. Now
Counter
for the
Killjoy.
Hawks, they've got to fully retake this with 5 Zips players online and ready to go. And now it's starting to get mixy. All the breach ults coming through. Committal of utility. It is palpable on this site as it's starting to get mixy here, partner. Stomp Bear with one, Esrub with the exchange, and Ryan, it's all lighting up red from the kill feed. But no, just as we say that, Donkey comes through with the classic. It doesn't matter. He comes through, gets the kill. A 2v2 situation looming. Bomb is still down, but KDS has control of the site. Going to go for the defuse with the ninja play here. They're looking at each other. They might have it, but no, Ryan comes through and he's able to get him off the site. A-Smith with the kill as well. And you see that table, it's shaking from those fist bumps. Those guys are feeling hot about that.
I thought for a moment the Jet was body blocking the gravity well suck and he was sticking the bomb. If they weren't able to realize that and they swung a little bit later, they could have picked up that round there. However, Akron finding themselves with that round in the chaos, picking up that round there on the board. It's just Hawks here struggling to find an answer to Akron's utility usage. It's just so much pressure, so much angles they have to worry with, especially on a map like Haven. Frosty jiggling along now, looking for any information he could possibly find. Spots out Acorn there.
You are divided.
It's going to be a
Cosmic
tough spot
divide.
to operate from.
Being committed here. With the Paranoia going to be stopping the push down lane for the moment.
Presence here. Frosty just trying to fire some shots. Maybe one of them will connect. Might have his happy moment, but instead, no. All these players coming on the point, and it's starting to get a little dicey here if you're the Hawks. Just trying to get something chained together. They're killing them one by one. It's an execution chamber on this C site. And it's a flawless round out of Akron.
Some absolutely flawless gameplay coming through from Akron. These guys are doing absolutely incredible here in the semifinals. The Hawks down to almost their last life here. They need to get something going for them. If they can potentially find these last 2 rounds, maybe something can go their way. However, Akron, just one of those teams, we've mentioned it time and time again. They are so consistent at what they do, and in moments like these, they will not falter.
Interesting play here out of Frosty to pick up the Odin. I assume he's just going to start firing through walls at this point, and I mean, when everything's going wrong, you might as well just start throwing things at the wall and see what sticks. Looks like heavy presence over by mid, trying to make an establishment into that B point is the Zips. KDS will be the first line of defense for them, trying to meet them head on. Does have a little bit more room to work with here. Trying to get the first shots to go through. Does spot initial contact there. Neither of them are going to get any chip off on one another, and that's going to force the Zips to back up just a touch. Maybe reestablish towards A.
KDS with the Prime Phantom. Love that variant as well as the Ender Flame Dragon. Player now looking for this off angle. Akron coming on through though. Can he get the timing here though? That's the question. These players don't expect him to be here.
Gosh.
No! Feral! He could smell him. He knew something was there. He found him out.
There's trigger discipline, and then there's just not pulling the trigger. That's the exact example of that. Frosty, the last player standing. And it's an unwinnable spot right there as Akron, they break into that 10-point barrier. Well, the Hawks, they only have 1 on the board. An insane comeback is needed here, and it starts here and now if they want to stay their way back into this. Last round of the half.
Wow. Such a dominant half here from Akron so far. That round could have gone the way of Hands Club if he got the timing a little bit longer, or Feral did not clear him out, but Feral able to find that player there. He's seen that one before. These players now spraying garage potentially here. Try to opening something up for the offense. Look where the Jet is positioned though, already up in garage window. Donkey with that Bulldog trying to get aggressive here.
Aggression out. Donkey is just barely able to avoid that breach utility there. And now another one comes through. He has to back up just a little bit. The aggression once again out of the Hawks. You could argue this unwarranted at this point. You just got to start playing safe. But then again, you could argue the other way. They have really nothing to lose at this point. They just got to keep on pushing. The push will come through the way of the Zips. Acorn able to get one as well to open things up. The kills are going to come through. They'll line up through the smoke. Donkey still in the smoke. He's not going to know about that, but still, Acorn with 3 on the board. And the player personnel advantage is all the way of the Zips as they're able to get the bomb down.
Ryan's utility usage was perfect there. Acorn looking to potentially close things out here. The last player on Stonkbear is Stonkbear here. The spray coming out through garage. And that's going to be the half, 11-1. What a great round there from Akron though. Acorn getting value on the Jet, as well as the gravity well from his teammate. Going to be able to pull that Sova back sight to get those eliminations.
You can see it, the difference between the players. Gotta think the Hawks, they're not willing to go down without a fight. Reconvene, reset, go again. You can see the emphatic nature at which they're trying to talk to each other, trying to keep each other's heads in the game. Make sure that they don't count themselves out before they're actually out of this. It's going to take a miraculous comeback here. Need to rally back by over 10 points. It all starts with this pistol round. If the Zips take this, could be sending themselves to the grand finals in kind.
Donkey looking to get things going here for the Hawks fan club. The Killjoy utility is just going to be too much, though. A lot of chip damage coming on through. Omen left in critical condition here. Acorn, though, with the off angle. A. Smith going to be cleaning that one on up. Stonkbeer has something to say about it, though. But that's going to be the round going to Akron in a blink of an eye.
The Team Ace going their way. Now you expect them to buy up. The Hawks, they have to buy up as well to the best of their abilities. And partner, what we're seeing right now, the Zips looks like they're going to the grand finals, barring anything miraculous out of the Hawks. Again, they have to rally back 11 rounds, and then they have to go into that overtime and keep that same mojo. It all starts right here, right now. Stinger's online.
The Hawks down to their last life here. They have to be perfect. They cannot falter. They cannot make a mistake here. One mistake could be the end of things as Frosty finds the opening pick here onto Acorn. Getting traded on out, though. Farrell. These players now on the B site. All 4 of these players all together here. The flash comes on through, though. Esper finding one, but gets traded on out.
Now the kills come through. Farrell with the 4-piece to end it off. Who else but him, the team MVP throughout this series, and especially in this map, as the Akron Zips enter in to the grand finals.
What an absolutely outstanding showing there from Akron. Those guys are definitely going to be a competition here in the grand finals. It's going to be a hard one, a hard team to face. Whoever the winner of the 4-1 seed match is going to be, we'll have to play them in the finals to take everything here on Easter Day. Did not end up seeing. Yep, the score lines here for the matches. Pretty flawless showing from Akron.
It's about as flawless as you get. I mean, on Icebox, they faltered just a little bit. They had those little lapses, but for the most part, I mean, Akron, absolute titan. There's no wonder why they're in the grand finals.
Yeah,
Fantastic
Akron,
showing out of them.
Their coordination, their team play is just so good here. We love to see them competing here. We know they're one of the top dogs in Ohio, so it's good to see that team, this collegiate team, coming out and performing here on Easter Day. I believe pretty soon here we're going to be getting an interview from one of their players as well, so it'll be interesting to see what they have to say about going into the grand finals here. Colorblind, what do you have to say, though, about that match? What were your thoughts on that gameplay overall?
Oh, again, we haven't seen anything, at least today, outside of when it comes to Rise. We haven't seen anything out of Rise just yet today. But if that's what they have to face, if they make the grand finals, or Davenport has to face that in the grand finals, I mean, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to call it before it's called, but that was pure dominance on the side of Akron. They have set themselves far and away in terms of performance out. And again, whoever takes that other semifinals spot into the finals, it's going to have a tall task with these guys on their hands.
Yeah, Akron losing that match yesterday to Rise. If they happen to go back into that matchup later today, we'll have to see how that one turns out. But we're going to be hopping in with an interview here. You can pull your chair on up. What's the username for you? Farrell, yes. So popping off there on the Sova. We saw you with that 4K there. If you want to slide into the LOS of the camera here. So Farrell here from Akron. How are you feeling after that match, man? What are your thoughts going into the finals here?
We're super confident.
Oh, hold on. I got to go ahead. Sorry about that.
We're super confident right now. We're playing amazing, like perfect. We're playing all together. Amazing.
The team play is looking good out there. I could not agree with you more there. How are you feeling about going into the finals match? Who do you think you guys were potentially going to see in that finals match? Are you thinking you're going to be playing against Rise or?
Rise.
Rise,
Yes.
okay. So the matchup yesterday didn't go in your favor.
Yeah.
You guys are thinking you can get that comeback win, though?
For sure. That was just a warm-up. We were just warming up that game.
For sure, I could not agree with you more. The Icebox was looking flawless. The Haven even more flawless there. The retakes were everything there. The eliminations, the playing off each other there.
Right.
The Astra sucks as well. We're really good there. So it's looking like a strong showing from you guys there. Is there anything you want to say to the camera? Anything you want to say here on Easter Day?
I wish they spectated me more during my 3Ks. They didn't get my 3Ks as I wanted, but it's all right.
It's all good. We'll try to get you there on the cast, though, for the finals. Don't worry. We won't count you out as a player. Definitely a huge part of the Akron roster there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be cutting to a break for now. Colorblind, do you have anything to say, anything you would like to ask before we head on over to that?
It's going to be a lot of fun watching you guys in the finals. You guys have put up a fantastic show thus far, and Well, keep on doing what you're doing, man, because it's
Thank you.
entertaining. And I think we have a couple of clips that you might be able to post to Twitter. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on you. But we're going to go ahead, as you said, cut it to a very quick break. But do not go anywhere. The grand finals are on the way.